As we get older, relationships evolve. But what happens when a wife, after decades of marriage, begins to feel distant from her husband? Why does a woman who once cherished her partner slowly start to withdraw, losing that spark, becoming indifferent? It's something many couples experience but few openly discuss. The gradual fading of affection, the subtle changes in behavior, and the quiet frustration that quietly builds. It doesn't happen in a day. It's the result of years of unmet needs, unsaid words, and forgotten moments. The cause isn't always what we think. It's not about falling out of love, but rather realizing what love should feel like. And often, it boils down to very practical reasons. Today, we'll look at why, as women age, their feelings toward their husbands can change, and what can be done to fix it before it's too late. Whether you're a husband, a wife, or simply interested in long-lasting relationships, stick with me until the end. This might just change how you view love, aging, and marriage forever. Number one, the emotional burden becomes too much to bear. For years, many women take on the role of the emotional backbone in their marriages. They remember special dates, organize family events, schedule doctor visits, and take care of the home. But as time goes by, they begin to realize that all this invisible work has drained them. And here's the tough reality. Many men don't even notice it. Women start to feel like they're the ones holding the marriage together, while their husbands simply go along for the ride. Number two, a lack of meaningful communication. In the beginning, conversations are full of curiosity. How was your day? What's on your mind? Tell me your dreams. But as the years pass, many husbands stop having those deep, heartfelt talks with their wives. Instead, the conversation becomes routine, predictable, or worse, it fades away completely. A woman needs emotional connection just as much as she needs companionship. Without that connection, she starts feeling invisible, unheard, and unimportant. Number three, the never-ending load of housework. One of the most common frustrations women face in long-term marriages is the constant weight of housework. Studies show that even today, women continue to take on the bulk of household chores, even after they retire. By the time they reach their later years, many women are simply exhausted from it all. What once were small irritations, like dishes piling up or clothes left around, gradually transform into deep resentment. The woman starts to ask herself, why am I the one always doing everything? Number four, she outgrows the relationship, but he stays the same. As women get older, many begin to focus on personal growth. They want to explore new places, learn fresh skills, and engage more fully with life. But if their husbands are reluctant to change or grow alongside them, they can start to feel stuck, as though they have outgrown the marriage. If a woman feels like she's evolving while her partner stays where he is, the emotional gap between them continues to widen. Number five, the loss of both physical and emotional intimacy. Intimacy is about more than just being physically close. It's about feeling emotionally connected, feeling wanted. Over time, many couples lose this spark, and for a woman, this can feel like a sign that love is slipping away. When a woman no longer feels desired or doesn't sense that her husband sees her the way he once did, she begins to pull away emotionally. Number six, retirement changes everything, but not always for the better. Retirement is often thought of as the golden phase of life, a time to relax, travel, and enjoy one another's company. But for many couples, it brings unexpected tension. Why? Because now they're spending all their time together, and many men find this adjustment difficult. Many enter retirement with no clear purpose or plan. They go from full-time work to suddenly having endless hours with nothing to do. Unfortunately, this often means the wife ends up being the husband's source of entertainment. He expects her to fill his time, care for him, and be his constant companion. For a woman who's spent her life managing so many responsibilities, this can feel overwhelming. What was supposed to be a time of relaxation can instead become stifling as she loses the freedom she was looking forward to. Without personal hobbies, friendships, or interests, a woman may start to feel trapped in a life she never signed up for, and that quiet resentment can slowly chip away at her love for her husband. Number seven, she no longer feels heard or valued. One of the most painful things in a marriage isn't arguing, it's feeling invisible. After years of being the emotional rock of the family, many women reach a point where they feel like their opinions no longer matter. They try to voice their concerns, share their feelings, and engage in meaningful conversations. But their husbands don't really listen. A wife doesn't need grand gestures. She needs to feel heard. She needs to know her thoughts, feelings, and opinions still hold weight with the person she spent a lifetime with. When that stops happening, she starts pulling away emotionally. And once that happens, it's hard to go back. If a woman feels ignored for long enough, she stops trying. And when she stops trying, love turns into quiet resentment. Number 8, she realizes life is short and she wants more. As we age, we begin to see life differently. We lose friends, attend more funerals, and start to realize just how precious time really is. For many women, this shift in perspective makes them take a hard look at their marriage. They start asking themselves tough questions. Am I truly happy? Do I feel loved? Is this how I want to spend the rest of my life? If the answers aren't what she hopes for, she may start to emotionally withdraw, not out of anger, but as a way to protect herself. Many women reach a point where they no longer want to fight, nag, or beg for attention. They focus on their own well-being. And if their husband doesn't meet them halfway, they quietly disconnect, emotionally and sometimes even physically. This is why, after decades of marriage, some women stop trying, not because they don't care, but because they've come to realize they deserve more than simply existing in someone else's world. As we age, relationships aren't about grand, sweeping gestures. They're about being present, showing understanding, and offering respect. When a woman starts to feel distant from her husband, it's rarely because she's fallen out of love. It's often because she no longer feels seen, valued, or appreciated. This is the reality for many marriages. Love doesn't vanish in one sudden moment. It fades in the quiet, unnoticed moments. When a woman feels unheard, when she shoulders emotional burdens alone, when she needs support but finds only silence. But does it have to be like this? Number love is a choice, and just as it can fade, it can also be reignited. If you're a husband watching this, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly listened to your wife? When did you last show her appreciation, not just as your partner, but as the person she is? And if you're a wife feeling disconnected, is there still space for rebuilding that bond? Marriage is not about reaching a final destination. It's about continually choosing each other, even as time changes both of you. It's about making those small, meaningful efforts that say, I still see you, I still value you, you still matter to me. If you take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. Love doesn't fade with age. It fades when we stop nurturing it. If you want to keep your relationship alive in your later years, it's never too late to start. Choose love, choose understanding, and most importantly, choose each other. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care of yourself and the relationships that matter most. They truly are life's greatest treasures.